What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of ReviewtechUSA, and yes, don't hold your breath. Be shocked. Don't hold your breath. What the hell does that mean? Totally wrong context to use that. Anyway, I'm doing a semi-unboxing. I'm not a big fan of unboxings. I really think that unboxing videos are pointless unless you're doing new products, but this one is cool. So I'm going to tell you a story real quick, like how I used to do, and explain what this is. So you could probably, some of you who've been part of my channel a long time are going to know what's in this box, but the new guys won't. So last year I was really big into retro collecting, and it just wasn't my thing completely. But this is the one. There was one system I wanted to keep, but I got it from Dragon's Den. They made me spend a ridiculous amount of money on it, which I actually didn't spend money. I had credit with them. And it was just in really bad shape. Like, the shape it was in, you could go to a flea market or yard sale and find a thing for $5 and they wanted $75 for it. So it just, I had to do a lot of work to it. I had to, replace caps and parts. I had to solder the RF jack on the back of it had to be replaced. I just couldn't imagine that they asked the amount of money. So I said, you know what, even after I did the work, I didn't tell them I did the work. I mean, the thing worked fine. They would have never known, but I brought it back. But I always wanted one. So I do reviews, obviously, you guys know. No shit. For Stone Age Gamer. And I don't get paid by him because that would be a conflict of interest. But due to the work that I do, I get discounts on certain products. Like, things if I want to keep them, I purchase them. And like obviously the EverDrive, I purchased that. But he hooks me up with a couple things, not free, but I get discounted prices. So I asked him about this system, and I asked him once in a while. Most of the time he didn't have one, and it was a passing thing. It wasn't like I was dying for one, but if he had one, hey, cool. I would ask him how much it was. So I asked him this time, and he actually had it in stock, and I was like, oh, okay. Send me a picture. Then he sent me a picture. There was two of them in the picture, and the one on the left was like, whoa, it was perfect. I mean, the picture was a little bit blurry, but obviously I trust the guy, and he was like, look, the thing is like, it looks like it's brand new. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, without further ado, let me get off the clean but ragged t-shirt. And yep, this is a Super Nintendo, and the condition that it is in, it looks like someone probably just got it, took it out of the box, kept it in a closet, and never used it. It looks like, look at the completely even, all of it. Look at the bottom. There is no yellow on this whatsoever. Now, the only two systems, honestly, or three. There's three systems I care about the most. That I would actually see. To me, if I'm going to collect the system, I want to play it. I don't like just collecting. I mean, I think he has a great channel, and I appreciate it, like Gamester81. I don't like collecting the systems just to collect them. I only like collecting what I know I will enjoy. And Super Nintendo, along with Genesis, are pretty much equal. They're like my favorite systems of all time. Now, if you guys watch, you probably sub to him if you're sub to me, Silver Mongoose videos. It's so weird saying the names. You feel like an idiot saying him. Or MN12 Bird. Another name. It sounds kind of strange just saying it. The yellowing isn't just ugly, okay? The problem with yellowing, and this is the reason why I wanted to get rid of my other one, is that it actually means that the chemical makeup of the plastic is changing and being altered. Meaning that if you keep it over time, if you look like Jake, once again, MN12 Bird, he had one, it starts chipping, like he had chips along here. I can't point to it, of course, I'm holding the camera. Wherever the light was, there was chips. Where the controller ports were, there were chips. On the back, he had chips. Because the chemical makeup, like I said, the plastic is changing. It's becoming thin and brittle and breaks. And this is one of the systems I actually care about the shape that it's in. Now, I mean, let's take a look at this again. Look at this. This is crazy, man. I just got sweat on my LCD screen of my camera because it's 1 billion degrees in my room right now. Look at that. I mean, that's just dirt. That's just dust. This is wrapped in plastic. He wrapped it up. But there's nothing. There's maybe a teeny little indent near the door here. That's it. And you could barely see it. Like if I zoom in hardcore and go into macro mode, you might be able to see it. But this thing, look at the, another way you could tell the shape of a system is the RF jacks. If they're used a lot, they get like oxidation. And of course my camera's not going to focus, but whatever. I know there's no oxidation on that. This thing had to have been either like lightly used or never used. Even the bottom, look at the feet. Look at the feet on it. There's no wear on the feet. And if you see wear, that's not the wear. That's the plastic cellophane he wrapped it in. The AV out jack. There's no like chips around the edge, like someone forced it in. This thing, the pin for the power is perfect. It's amazing. I cannot believe, you know, he put his little badge of approval on the back there. But Ryan, man, that thing is crazy. He also sent me out with it. Third party. He gave me a choice between use SNES and third party. I chose the third party because I just didn't feel like taking out control. He said the controllers were kind of dirty. I just didn't feel like taking them apart and cleaning them, so I got third party new controllers with it. Got another one. And if I'm not going to tell you the price of what this. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I know people are going to say you probably just could have gotten this for $10. You know, at if you went to yard sales. Look, I've been to a ton of yard sales looking for one of these, and I saw one once. In my area, yard sales aren't big on having this stuff, and flea markets aren't big on having it. Yeah, I didn't say this. He actually gave me an S-Video, SNES thing too. That's pretty sweet. And last but not least, the power supply, original power supply, no third-party crap with that. So, yeah, I mean, I've been to yard sales, and they didn't have anything. They had one, and it was even worse. It looked like R. Kelly mistake the Super Nintendo for a 12-year-old girl. It was like, it looked literally like someone peed on it. It was even worse than the one I got from Dragon's Den. So, yeah, it's not as easy as you think. Hell, you know what? I could find one tomorrow, but the chances of finding one in this condition are very, very, very slim. And anyone out there who goes to a bunch, you know, I don't have like what Jake has by him with Value Village. You know, I don't really have the one store I have. You know, they aren't really keen on giving you good prices too. So if they had a Super Nintendo in this condition, I wouldn't get a Value Village price. I would get, you know, I would have probably spent $100 on it. So what I got this for is pretty close to what I would get at a flea market with all the hookups and brand new controllers. Yeah. I was going to flip this and sell it on eBay and make some profit and make a good amount of profit on it. I'm not going to. I can't. I'll never come across a Super Nintendo in this condition again. I promise you. Last but not least, the reason that actually made me, because he mentioned something else to me, and I don't know how this made me think of Super Nintendo, but Ryan from Stone Age Gamer, he gets a bunch of interesting Atari homebrews, like you saw Phantasm. I think I had another one up there. Oh, the one where I used me and Little John co-produced it together in the studio, and we I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm trying to be funny and I can't think of anything right now, so it's not funny. But anyway, I'll shut up. This is basically mocking. It's called Alien Greed, I think. Is there another? It's a limited edition game. It's made by Neo Games. I think it's the same people that made Phantasm, I'm not sure, number 37, and it's basically making fun of the whole debacle that Atari went through with E.T. and how they thought it was. I think it was E.T. that they produced so many copies for. They produced 2 million more copies than people had Ataris because they thought it was actually going to make people buy more Ataris. And this kind of makes fun of that whole thing. I have to read up more on it. I haven't even opened it yet, as you can see here. There's cellophane still around it. So he sent me this out just for review purposes. I got to send it back to him. So I'll be reviewing this sometime this week. And I got another ginormous update that some of you know about that I got to talk about because it's going to change the way this channel is run. So anyway, this thing is amazing. And wow, man, Ryan, I got to thank you for the price that you asked for me. It would have taken me eons to find this. Anyway, this is Rich of ReviewtechUSA. I'll have a review up very soon, and once it's up, I will let you guys know. Have a great week.